Yo, what's going on guys? Nizion here, bringing you another video on the channel. Now in today's video, we are revisiting GTA Online and talking to you guys about some tips that you may or may not know about GTA Online. But before I get started with today's video, like I always say, if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to keep updated with the channel. And also by the end of this video, if you did go and enjoy it, a like rating will be greatly appreciated to help the YouTube algorithm. And now let's go and get started with today's GTA Online tips. Starting right off with the first tip right here is that there is a new way that you can get snacks more consistently and more easier in GTA Online. Now, before you'd have to go to the store or you'd have to go to your CEO office or wherever, and you have to keep spamming the X button or the A button to get all your snacks. Now, once you go to, for example, your auto shop, or if you go to your CEO office and you want to go ahead and collect your snacks, you can actually go in there and then just click the square button if you're on PS, or X if you are on Xbox, and you can actually take all of your snacks at once, so you don't have to sit there spamming the X or the A button again and again to just go ahead and get those snacks. You can go ahead and get them way more quickly and way more easier as well, which will help you out obviously a lot in if you're doing missions, if you're doing a heist, etc., and you're just trying not to die. Snacks are a very great way to be helping your health out, but obviously a lot of us already know that. But moving on to the next tip right here is that you want to look, if you are doing a mission, for example, and you see enemies on the map, and maybe sometimes you get stuck, you see the enemy on the map but they're not showing up where you actually go to. So you want to just look at the cursor of the map on the bottom left. You'll be able to see the little blip. If there is an arrow pointing upwards in the blip, that means the enemy is up, or if it says down, it means the enemy is down. Now this also depends on what you're doing. It may not be an enemy, it may be like, say for example, it tells you to go to a certain location, and in the location you'll have to go upstairs or downstairs depending on the arrow, whether the arrow is pointing up or whether it is pointing down. That's where you're gonna have to go, and that's just another tip that I know a lot of people actually don't know about. And now the next tip is that how you can essentially go ahead and teleport anywhere. Now, one of the ways that a lot of people actually use is if you own a CEO penthouse, you have yourself the VIP access to the casino. So if you go to the casino and you go to the main entrance, but the guy that sits there, I believe his name is Tom Connors, you go ahead and click right on the D-pad on him, and then it'll give you this VIP option list, and it'll actually go ahead and say limousine service, and through that you can actually set it to either teleporting to Paleto Bay, teleporting to Sandy Shores, or even going into like the Vespucci Beach or the LSIA and etc. There's some locations and some key points that you can go ahead and teleport to using the limousine services. And I do emphasize that you do need the casino penthouse to unlock this ability to do so, but I know a lot of us already do. But this is just a cool feature. Instead of going in and calling in your vehicle and flying all the way there if you're in a Mark II oppressor, or driving there, this is just a very quick way to do something in free mode. But that's essentially that for that tip. Moving on to the next tip right here is how you can go ahead and downgrade or upgrade some of your properties. Now, I want to be very clear with you guys in that if you go ahead and downgrade some of your properties or upgrade some of your properties, you may be losing money on it, especially if you have upgrades on your properties. Now, for example, if you purchased a new auto shop and you're trying to upgrade the property or downgrade the property by buying the cheapest one instead of the one that you have, once you go ahead and replace it, you'll actually lose some money if you have upgrades on your auto shop. And that is very simple to do with like an apartment, for example, because most apartments don't really have upgrades. So if you're trying to sell or upgrade or downgrade a $1 million property to, for example, a $100,000 property, then you will be most likely getting the difference of it, which is around $900,000, which will go back into your account. But like I said before, I put a high emphasis on making sure that if you are downgrading or upgrading properties, be sure to be ready to pay the fees which associates to that if you have upgrades on your previous properties. And now the last tip in today's video is making sure that you own a gun locker. Now, a gun locker is very underused in GTA Online, and I know a lot of people do not actually use this but actually own this gun locker. Now, essentially you can purchase a gun locker from most of your business locations, such as your CEO office, bunker such as your Terabyte, or even your MOC and your Avenger. You can go ahead and purchase the gun locker upgrade for those, and whenever you want, you can go ahead and go into one of those locations inside those. I recommend personally buying the gun locker inside your arcade, because you can even spawn there if you buy the living quarters. you can go ahead and actually hide your weapons that you do not use from your weapon wheel in GTA Online. Sometimes it's very difficult to switch between weapons if you're in a situation where you need to kill a lot of people or kill someone fast. It's very easy to go ahead and do so. So whenever you spawn into GTA Online, just hide all the weapons that you don't use. Make sure you have a good loadout, and then you can just go out and do the rest things that you need to do for the day in GTA Online. It makes it way more easier than going in and you know, messing around with your weapon wheel trying to find the specific weapon that you're trying to use, and you can just go ahead and edit those for yourself. And that's something that is very underrated that I know a lot of us do not actually use on a daily basis in GTA Online. So make sure that you have that gun locker. And a bonus tip that I like to add is if you are in a free mode session and you are doing some sort of work, whether that's being a heist prep or if it's just a contract setup or something, and you want to lose the cops fairly efficiently and easily. I know some of you guys may not actually know this, but if you actually go into your interaction menu and you go under services and request your terabyte to a nearby location and you enter the rear of your terabyte, then you should lose your cops instantly. That makes it very easy if you're doing, for example, the casino preps where you need to collect key cards and then lose the cops, in which you can't really bribe authorities, nor can you call the cops off from Leicester. This is just one way that you can instantly remove the cops, but you need to make sure that obviously you own a mobile or a terabyte. Sorry, this does not work with the mobile operation center or any other one, unfortunately, but it's very helpful. More GTA Online content will be coming soon from Rockstar Games, so I'll try my best to be more consistent throughout then, but just right now it gets repetitive with the same old content. I just want to switch things up. That's why I created my second channel, so if you do play FIFA and you want FIFA content, it will be linked down below in the description, Nizion Gaming, if you want to check out that. But I will continue to upload quality gaming content, especially regards to GTA as well as PlayStation content on this channel continuously. Just gotta wait until some more updates come out for this game so I can upload more fresh and new content for you all. And that has just been some of the tips that you may or may not know in GTA Online that can help you out in the long run. But if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, like I always say, leave it in the comment section down below. I'll try my best to answering every single question down there. It's been your boy Nizion. I'll be catching you guys all in my next video. Peace out.